Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to the Split Labs channel. Today is February 9th, 2026, Monday. How was everybody's Super Bowl? How was everybody's Super Bowl? Before we dive in, as always, let's talk about what this video is completely powered by Split Labs, because we built the exact tool that we wanted to use as sports bettors ourselves. Split Labs shows you public betting splits, line movement, market signals across all major sports in one place. If you want to see where the crowd is, where the line is going, and what the market is hinting at, that's literally what we do every single day. Head over to the link in the description, promo code YouTube for 50% off your first month, and get access to all of the data that you see here today in front of you. With that being said, we've got to go over yesterday's plays. I'm going to get into the intermission here for you guys, and look at it, guys. Beautiful. We played the Super Bowl safe. We went 1-0. We got our record to a 10-10, so that's positive. We didn't have a bad week, didn't have a great week, neutral, but we did win the Super Bowl bet. We took the under 45.5. Personally, I played under 46. It got really scary at the end. Let's be honest there, but if you tailed, definitely put a like on this video, subscribe. Really happy that we won this one, and I'm really happy that I woke up and kind of had an internal realization that the Patriots just weren't going to do what I thought that they were going to do. It started off as I can't say started off, the entirety, 3/4 of that Super Bowl was extremely slow paced. I mean, I still can't believe we're seeing no Chiefs, no Bills, like no, right? Like no one in the playoffs like that, or Super Bowl, pardon me. But insane. Congrats to Sam Darnold. I mean, we have to tip our caps to him. What a story, what a trajectory. Super happy for him, especially after like what happened with the Vikings. As a Jets fan, it's a bittersweet moment, but like I was telling other people, this might be the closest that I'm going to see to a Jets Super Bowl, given that they have Sam, they have Leonard Williams. Like this is like half of a Jets Super Bowl. I don't care, guys. I don't care. I'm taking credit. This is the guy that we drafted. And yeah, congrats to the Seahawks, and we're looking forward to the parades and all that other good stuff, and all of the success that Sam continues to have. Really happy that that's what happened and how things played out in this favor after the Vikings. I just can't believe that. So with that being said, guys, NFL season is a wrap. If you're betting NBA, be careful today. The public got absolutely not hammered, but like won. Like the books got hammered yesterday on that Super Bowl. Like Seattle covered, Seattle won the money line. Public was all over that. Public was all over the under. So be cautious for some upsets on this NBA slate today. Let's dive in. We've got a lot of games on the board today. We'll start with Detroit. We'll start with the Hornets. Let me get a closer look for you guys here so you guys can actually see the numbers that we're working with, and let's dive into this NBA slate together really quickly. So like we said, starting off with Detroit versus the Hornets, the team that no one can ever seem to freaking figure out, the Charlotte Hornets. 59% of bets, 67% of money on Detroit -3. It opened at -2. So if you're playing Detroit spread right now, it works in your favor that this is currently trending towards Detroit winning this game. Likewise with the money line, 60% of bets, 50% of money. It opened at -126. It's now sitting at -146. Fantastic again if you're betting on Detroit Pistons straight up. And then on the total, 52% of bets, a little bit more money on the under at 54% of money at under 223.5. The total opened at 223.5. It's still there. Again, this is it's dead even, right? So the line didn't move because there's really nothing to move. The books found a perfect spot here. The public is torn. It's also still relatively early, so maybe this drifts later on. But right now, there's just no read. I'm air quoting when I say cleanest read. Right now, things are pointing in the direction of a Detroit Pistons win. I know the Hornets are on like a fantastic win streak right now. I'd say Detroit Pistons win this. It's trending in that direction. I have no reason to doubt it. Do I feel confident about it? No. Am I personally going to play it? No. I feel like I'm kind of forcing my hand. But lean to the Pistons. Personally, I'm avoiding it. Don't put it on my record here. But if this is a game that you're actually looking at and interested in, I'd lean heavier towards the Pistons, but as I said, personally, we are going to avoid this and move on. Moving on to the Bulls versus the Nets, I'm pretty surprised at this low line, even though it's correcting towards the favorite. It opened at minus 124 on the money line, and it's now sitting at minus 178. I would expect this to be a larger number, just given where the Nets are in their like team trajectory. But 67% of bets, 51% of money on Chicago Bulls -4. It opened at -1.5 and it's now sitting at the -4. So you are missing out on some pretty significant numbers here. It was basically at a pick 'em at open and now it's drifted. So you're a little late to this number. And then likewise on this under, it's now sitting at 218.5. It's currently, or it opened at 225.5. So you're losing 7 points already. Under bettors, stop. Don't even bet this. Do not bet this at all. You're so late to this number and there's just like no upside here. Even if this under cashes, you're just not getting good value here, I'd say. Please be mindful of that. This short line and this open is really concerning to me, to be honest. I don't particularly love telling people to bet the Brooklyn Nets here, but I do think this might be their spot and I'm getting a better number. Give me the Brooklyn Nets +4 to at least cover. I don't necessarily think that they'll win. It's nice that things are trending in the direction of the Bulls, but I do think it's a little shaky that it opened at a pick 'em. We're only getting -178. We also know like the current lay of the land for the Nets right now, and it's not good. So the fact that I'm getting only +105, it opened at +106, not fantastic. I'm gonna go Brooklyn Nets +4. Next up, we've got the Jazz versus Miami. I always feel like whenever I see a Jazz like bet anything, it's always a super large line and they somehow end up covering. We have it opened at +8. It's now sitting at 7.5 with 60% of bets, 75% of money. Likewise, on the money line, Miami Heat's taking the majority of the bets at 83% and 72% of money. It opened at -310. It's now sitting at -290. So trending towards the Utah Jazz, which is definitely something to note. On the total here, it opened at 245.5. We are getting some really bad numbers right now. Just looking at the board, like the adjustments made by the books have been hard corrections here. It's an under 239.5. You're missing out on 6 points. So again, this is another game where you're like forcing your hand here and playing these terrible numbers. I personally don't have a read on this game either. I'd say the cleanest read is definitely this under. I'd still play this, to be honest, just because I'm a little skeptical of this Utah Jazz cover. There's a lot of money on it. There's a lot of bets. The line is barely moving, even given the amount of bets on this. I'm losing 6 points, so I'm gonna kick myself if this game goes to like 242, 243, or even like 240, just because I can visibly see on the site how many points I'm losing out here. But give me the under. I'll play it at 239.5 just because I'm not going to move the number here. If you can, definitely something to line shop. If you can get a 240, a 241 even, like that's fantastic. But the cleanest read here is definitely this under here. I would probably go under 239.5. If you're feeling frisky, do a team total under on the Utah Jazz. But for now, just give me this under 239.5 and we'll call it a day there. Let's find a game that's like not a pick'em and actually something exciting to look at. Let's see what we've got. Cavs versus the Denver Nuggets. That one looks like a pretty fun one, and maybe I'll make this my last one. We have the Cavaliers coming into Denver, mile high. It's pick'em. Opened at a +4. Cavs are now sitting at like kind of the favorite, so that's definitely something to clearly note. Changed 2 points, even though 74% of bets and 81% of the money is going on the Nuggets. Likewise with the money line, 60% of bets, 61% of money going on the Nuggets. Again, still trending towards the Cavs. Very minor. It opened at minus 104. It's now sitting at minus 112. Still a pick 'em, but like clearly with the money, we can see what people are looking at. And then on this total, clearly this is going over. 76% of bets, 52% of money on over 240.5. It opened at 232.5. So again, unlike all of these totals, we are so late to the line. So late to the line. It's definitely something to be cautious about. Cleanest read on this board here for me is I'm taking Cleveland Cavs straight up. I'm not going to do the thing where I like force multiple bets and be like, yeah, Cleveland Cavs -1 and the money line. I'm not going to do that. Just give me the Cleveland Cavaliers money line straight up. I would play this over, to be honest. I don't necessarily like the Cavs and the Nuggets. When they're on, they're on. Clearly this is going over. I'm good with that. I'll bite the bullet. I'll take the worst number. I don't recommend it, but like this just seems to be the trend today. Especially, I feel like the books were like adjusting hard because of that Super Bowl in the NBA, and this is what we're getting here. So I'm gonna play this over 240.5 and the Cleveland Cavaliers money line. With that being said, guys, there are a handful of other games on this slate today. We are going to end it here. Those are my best bets. And with that being said, as always, if you would like access to the entire slate and every single sport, head over to splitlabs.net. Link is in the description. Use promo code YouTube for 50% off your first month. And let's just have a good day, guys. Put it in the comments how your Super Bowl went, if you bet, if you had fun, what food you ate. And then also, just because we got to move on to the next, put some of your best bets in the comments. Like and subscribe as always, guys, and I will catch you on the next one. Let's start the week out strong, and I'll see you guys soon.